So welcome to Tradies Hockey Park at Sylvania for this round 17 clash in PL2 between Sutherland and Manly Gordon North Sydney, or Manly GNS as they will hereafter be referred to. Craig Turner on commentary here this afternoon, and we're looking forward to a good game between these two teams. 7th and 8th on the ladder, so all the bets are on a draw at the end of this game. Sutherland in 7th position on the table with 5 wins, 1 draw and 8 losses and 16 points. And Manly a spot behind in 8th position after 4 wins, 1 draw and 9 losses on 13 points. So the interesting thing about this matchup is that the previous time these two teams played, right back at the second or third round of the season, Sutherland lost 2-3 on that occasion, so Manly come in to this encounter with the advantage in their matchups against Sutherland. Sutherland will certainly be looking to reverse that this afternoon. Having said that, both teams are out of semi-final contention, so they're just both trying to finish the season on a good note, but neither of them are playing for semi-final spots. But they're still training, so they'll be looking to have a good game this afternoon. The conditions are actually overcast, but from a playing point of view, good visibility, at least at this point in the afternoon, and quite still, so absolutely ideal playing conditions. Players shouldn't get too hot this afternoon. Might get a bit wet later on, but they certainly won't be complaining about the heat. So Sutherland heading out onto the pitch. Manly GNS about to join them. Sutherland running left to right on your screen and have the ball to start. Mason Neal sends it right back to Wade Tonner at the back. It's good intercept there. Tom Carter on that ball. Bollard into Turner, and he's dispossessed by Jamie Waring. Aidan Taylor just not controlling that ball close to the sideline. So turnover inside Sutherland's 25. And Manly now just pull the ball back, see if they can set up an attack here. Taylor with the good intercept there. Just got his sticking on the ball enough to disrupt the receive. Adam Khan with that pirouette. He's got Taylor in front, leading forward. In the circle. Ball on the foot, and the umpire, I think he's blown. Yes, he's blown in the end. He was holding for the advantage there. And Sutherland had the first corner of the match. So a good lead forward from Aidan Taylor there. Got the intercept around the halfway and led forward for the return pass and was able to make a good pass from his possession in the circle. Sutherland picked up a penalty corner. Two batteries, comes to Darcy Cast, and very well executed there. Low to the goalkeeper's left, right in the corner of the net. See a replay here, I think. So trapped on the top, not dead, but it was in the right spot for Darcy Cast, and he leant forward on that one and got a very well executed stroke down the goalkeeper's left, way too wide for him to reach. And Sutherland have their first one on the board. Archie Rainbank with that ball there in the high and Sutherland's defensive 25. Finn O'Connor looking to take that one, and two teams were expecting that hit to go the other way. Charlie Rainbank was aware of it. Now long overhead through, finds Adam Khan. He's got two and the goalkeeper on him, and the goalkeeper has sort of leant across there and impeded Khan as he tried to reach forward to the ball. Umpire has seen that. It was worthy of a penalty stroke. So Darcy Cass comes up to take the stroke, or no, he's I think he's leaving it to Bryn Fuller. So good work by Khan there. He did a good job receiving that long overhead, got in behind Manly GNS back two, and Fuller with a great penalty stroke there. He's favoured the goalkeeper's bottom left as well. Put that ball neatly into the bottom corner. So only less than 4 minutes, or just on 4 minutes into this game, and Sutherland have two on the board. Good start for them. A bit untidy there in the centre, but Sutherland get it clear of the defensive press. Turner goes wide to Mavji. Good ball down the sideline, finds Isaac Olsen leading out into the spot. And he has the ball, gets the free hit just outside the D. Cast wide of him, he gets the ball along the back line. Good defensive work there by number 123 from Manly GNS. But Sutherland still pressing. Have the ball from the 25. McCowan, the ball wide. Taylor looked infield to Turner. Let it go through, but not to a blue stick. Manly trying to work this ball out of their 25. That's a dangerous ball infield. And that'll be recovered by Sutherland. Tonner with the good defensive work there. Mavji carries it forward. Trying to find the pass in field. Eventually falls to Olsen. He had Fuller leading wide in space. Stick on the ball, intercepted. McCowan's going to pick that one up. Uses Taylor wide into Turner. Turner, that's a better pass. Little lift there. Gets it through to Fuller. He's got a couple wide. Cast and eventually comes to. And very good work from Darcy Cass there. Takes the quick hit. And the umpire says a chop there on him just outside the D, or maybe it was inside. But either way, he's blown a penalty corner. Good work by Cass there. Taking that free very quickly gave Manly GNS defenders no time to adjust. And in the end, a fairly desperate attempt at tackling. So second penalty corner for Sutherland. First one was successful for Cast at the top. Comes to him again. He lifts this one a bit higher and down the goalkeeper's right. Great strike by Olsen, but well blocked by Schreiber Pitters in goals. Now Manly GNS counter-attack. Good ball through quickly. And Aidan Taylor able to get back and block Harry Tanswell. on that occasion. Long ball through, excellent pass through, finds Finn O'Connor. And Soren Mavji able to deflect that ball. So Manly GNS again from the 25. Missed trap there. Jaden Mayer coming forward. Olsen with the ball now. Infield looking for Khan. Schreiber Pitters on that occasion got out really quickly to the top and made a good save. But Sutherland pressing again. Casts pass forward, looking for Mayer, was intercepted. This is where they need to drop it out, go to the open side. Taylor's doing exactly that. Bit untidy there. Manly GNS almost had the opportunity, tried to play on quickly. Just didn't make a good pass. Jamie Waring with the ball. He's trying to tuck it back inside, but McCowan was onto it. He'll bring it away. Has Khan in field of him. Back to McCowan down the sideline. And infield to Olsen. That's a good ball. Opens up the left-hand side to Fuller. And he makes the Tommer. It just puts it comfortably over the crossbar. No trouble for the goalkeeper on that occasion. Good attack by Sutherland there, coming down the right. They were able to get the ball through the centre to the open side, which opened up all sorts of possibilities. Pretty free-flowing game at this stage. Both teams intent on attacking. Wade McGregor with that hit. Taylor's feet keeps. So Charlie Rainback with that overhead. And a pretty vital touch there from, I think that was Fuller. Just got his stick to it. Put it offline. Josh Botha on the ball. Manly just probing for the opening. Oh, that's a lovely turn from McGregor out wide. Another evasion of Taylor down the sideline. Gets the ball across in the D. And Ben Andalaro with the strike. Very well done. Great work by McGregor down the sideline. Set that one up. And Andalaro received the bouncing ball and got it into a good position and put the ball high into the net. So Manly GNS get one back, and suddenly it's not quite so comfortable for Sutherland. McCowan on the ball. A little bit of confusion there between him and Khan. The pass was on several opportunities, and on the third occasion when McCowan let it go, Khan had already gone past it. Andaloro not controlling that one to ground. Tonner gets the possession. So Turner carrying it forward. There's lots of space in front. He's got Neal chasing it, but he just didn't have the afterburners there that he needed to get onto that little pass. Saved his hammy. Good intercept there by Fuller. Neal. Back to Fuller, leading on. creating the extra player on the overlap into Turner, not trapping on his reverse. That's a good tackle in there by Olsen, assisted by McCowan. However, the umpire found an infringement. Might have been a little stick check by Olsen, but after he made the tackle, so a bit unlucky. Charlie Rainbank with a great ball through there. Had Andaloro. He, again, just didn't control just as nicely as he would have liked. Oliver Bollard on the ball there. Gets the free hit. Continues on. He's got Olsen to his left. Didn't use him. In the end, just went straight into the defender. Robbie Campbell, that was. Now with Turner. Gets past the two there. Just goes too far. Doesn't get his pass to the blue shirt. And now Manly GNS counter-attack. So it has been a counter-attacking game with quite a few turnovers and counter-attacks so far. Josh Botha on the ball, but not before it's gone over the back line. Tonner, Rav G. Fuller was his target, but off the foot, so keeps possession. Tonner with the overhead. Fuller is the target. Mason Neal. That's a good ball into McCowan. That really opens the field up. Got Jaden Mayer out wide. Ball bounces off his stick, was unfortunate, but he's recovered. And Bollard now into Turner. Right across to Neal. Shot on target. Now with Olsen. So 2 saves there from Schreiber Pitters in goal. Good work by him. Both shots on target. Darcy Cast, I think he's just cleaning the ball. It landed in a mud patch outside the fence. And he's gone right across to find Taylor on the left. McCowan not trapping, and a turnover as a consequence. Sutherland a bit fortunate to get out of that between Taylor and Tonner. 2 missed traps. They could easily have been stung. Bollard, good tackle by him on McGregor. And there's the end of the first quarter. Sutherland go in with a 2-1 lead, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes with the second quarter. So teams back on the pitch for the second quarter, and the sun has certainly come out. Much brighter conditions than the start of the game. Maybe we will be able to avoid a dose of rain this afternoon. Tonner, G down the sideline looking for Neil. Number 55 just got to in front of him. Taylor, Bollard looking for Neil, but player in front, which is where you want the defender to be. First to the ball. That's very good work down the sideline. Just can't see who that is from Manly GNS, but it was a super run. Charlie Rainbank with that ball into the D. And Archie Rainbank was the receiver. Controlled the ball well, turned, and in the process of turning got a shoulder from the Sutherland defender. So penalty corner the result. And the first penalty corner of the match for Manly GNS. So just the one battery and Deloro the target. And he swept that in, I think into Aiden, the first runner's legs. So another penalty corner. Break there. McCowan sent to the halfway. So Sutherland with just the 4 defenders now. And the injector messes up, which proves costly in the end. Tonner with a good receive there, and he'll send that ball down to Neil. Touches into infield to Olsen. He's got Jaden Mayer on his left, but just doesn't put enough on that pass. Tom Carter with that intercept. And the umpire said that was fairly careless with your foot. Has sent Tom Carter off for a green card. Novji back to Tonner, wide to McCowan. And it'll come back again. Mavji is on his own down on the right sideline, receives the ball, gets the ball through to Neil. And he really gets onto that one, but skied high over the goal. So really good pass there to Mavji. The pass beats the defender, which is the critical thing. And Neil there with the opportunity, fairly close angle, or acute angle. But in the end, no issue for the goalkeeper as it went sailing way over the crossbar. Robbie Campbell trying to get that ball out. And he doesn't beat the first line. Olsen gets the ball in field. Now with Mayer, he'll take the shot. And Schreiber Pitters, mobile, had that one well covered. Ball came through at waist high, which is an easy save. Turner to cast. Into the D. right on the back line. But he's passed back in, finds the Manly GNS defender in front of Neil. Marv G, so Sutherland pressing here. They've had some good attacks down the right. Tonner trying to go through the centre that time and picked off quite proficiently. Archie Rainbank was the successful defender there. Manly GNS down the right. Sutherland defenders scrambling back. Off Olsen's body. Robbie Campbell sends it left. Now to number 55. Neil. Good ball through to Olsen with one to beat. And he heads left. Great shot. And this one really had that extra bit of pace, and he's gone for the far post. So we'll see the replay here. So Olsen goes to the right of Robbie Campbell, and then he's shot before he gets too close to the back line, maintains his angle, and really well done converting that opportunity. So Isaac Olsen gets his first for the game, and Sutherland have a 3-1 lead. Jamie Waring and Josh Botha not connecting there. McCowan with the ball in the centre. Turner just behind. Good little deception there. Finds Cass just inside the D, but good tackling on him. Jamie Waring did the good tackle work there, good defensive work. Tonner again though, just on the 25, back to Marvji. On to Oliver Turner, but not trapped, and Manly GNS scramble. Only able to get the ball over the sideline, so Sutherland try again, but this time Waring brings it away. Oh, good pick up by Tonner. He had that one. Good intercept. Finds McCowan. So Sutherland with some good field position this quarter. They've put a lot of pressure on the Manly GNS circle. McCowan, that's good work by him. And the ball falls to Khan. Good little jink, but Robbie Campbell able to tidy up. Gets the free hit eventually. Neat little overhead. Campbell again goes right. O'Connor back to Campbell. And O'Connor again. Leaves that one behind, and Khan picks it up. He's got Olsen in front. Good spin, finds Turner. Through to, he was looking for Neil, but Schreiber-Peters got forward and intercepted that one. Bryn Fuller, back to Tonner. And out to Mavji. He was looking up for the right striker. Khan getting across, but he was not where Mavji would have liked to find him. Darcy Cast with a good intercept there. Takes all the momentum out of the Manly GNS attack. So Sutherland have reset their lines. Tonner, well read by him. Darcy Cast now taking it through the centre. AEST with a bullet-like shot there, but the angle wasn't great, and Schreiber-Pitter's able to cover it. So just on 6 minutes to go in this quarter. Taylor with the ball from the 25. All the Manly GNS players in their quarter. So it's a very stacked defence. Now with Olsen wide. Charlie Rainback held him up. Tonner sends it wide to Taylor. Avoids the challenge. Got space in front. Ball into the middle. And number 1, 2, 3 able to clean up for Manly GNS. Taylor back to Tonner. Goes wide to Mavji again. Challenged by Tom Carter. Good little jink through. He had Khan in front leading across. And that was a good little pass and a good lead by Khan. They just weren't able to put that together. That's good intercept by Olsen. Drops it infield to Khan. Again, he was looking dangerous. So, umpire's blown a penalty there, back of the stick from the Manly GNS player. Jamie Waring able to intercept that pass out wide. McCowan back in, good skills there from Fuller. Tonner goes wide to Mavji and Fuller in front, good receive by him, gets around it. Sends the ball across, and would love to have seen Khan get down low there. Ball just in front of him. Just needed the very faint little deflection. So Manly GNS just hanging on here. Sutherland would really like to put another one in before we get to the end of this quarter. Turner with the ball across to Fuller. Looks up. Neil needs to lead wide. He's done that now. And umpire says that was, again, fairly awkward defence. Using the defender, using their body more than their stick in making that tackle, just sort of ran through it. Which the umpire considered a deliberate infringement. So another penalty corner to Sutherland. First of this quarter. In the process there, Ben Andaloro had a few words to the umpire at the other end of the field, and the umpire's response was to give him a green card. So he's off. Mavji sends it out to Olsen. Goes to the back line. Puts the ball across, but Schreiber-Pitter's able on hand to deflect that. And that ball off a Sutherland foot. So just on 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes of this quarter. With all the pressure, Sutherland have just had the one goal. Would be really keen to get another one before the end of this quarter. Good tackling there by Jaden Mayer. Good work by Mayer, drops it back inside. Turner then goes left, finds Bollard. He's got Olsen down the sideline, goes to him with Robbie Campbell in front. Olsen puts the ball across. Somehow that's gone past Pitters and the goal, but not the second time. So Adam Khan there on hand to get the ball back from Fuller. So that ball right across, then Fuller puts it in the centre, finds Khan, and the really quick shot low to the goalkeeper's right gets Sutherland their 4th goal. And Sutherland will be happy with that outcome. They've put a lot of pressure on the goal through this quarter. This time a green card to Oliver Turner for that tackle. Robbie Campbell sends the ball wide to the right. So Manly GNS on the attack. Ball through the circle. It's through a crowd of players, but no one from Manly GNS on the left able to pick that up. So all the way across to the sideline. And Sutherland have it for the restart. Mavji with the ball down the sideline, finds Bryn Fuller running through. And who's he got in front? Olsen again with the ball. Keeps it on his stick. He's got support in front. Jaden Mayer there, but couldn't get it past Robbie Campbell. Pretty vital intercept by him. Good scrambling by Sutherland midfield there to cut that out. And Olsen with the long ball through, but Fuller had already run away from that spot. So we get to the end of the second quarter and 2 goals to Sutherland in that quarter. Isaac Olsen and Adam Khan. So 4-1 the margin at half time, and the teams will go off for a 5-minute break. We'll be back for the second half.
It's like a 5-minute drive for you.
Yeah, 45 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Compared to 2 hours.
True.
Okay, how are you, mate? Good, mate. How are you?
So teams back on the pitch for second half. It was a good first half for Sutherland. As the game went on, they became a little bit more dominant and put a lot of pressure on the Manly GNS circle in that second quarter. And they've got the results for it. A lead of 4-1. Now the question is, can they maintain that momentum? And Manly GNS are showing they're not going to go down without giving it a red hot go. Archie Rainbank came diving through for that one. Must have missed it by less than 30 centimetres. So really good start for Manly GNS. They're in this game and looking to score goals. Cast on the ball. McCowan. Good little jink, gets him past the first line and he wins the possession. Oliver Turner has the ball just outside the D. Drags it through but loses control and Manly GNS come away. Rainback. Archie Rainback again. Good ball through, but not well received. So Cast with it now. And Mason Neal not able to stretch for that one. Neal not really stretching out, perhaps just protecting a hamstring. Tonner volleys that one over the sideline. And Deloro. McCowan. Oh, pops that just a little bit far in front of Olsen. And a turnover as a consequence. Manly GNS working really close on the touchline, sideline there. In the end, just too close. So Unmojji with the ball back to Tonner. Looks left to Taylor. And he goes back again. Sutherland move the ball here, trying to open up a line down the line to one to their midfielders. Tonner. Sends the overhead wide, looking for Jaden Mayer. And he just doesn't control. Ball bounced in front of him, making it a very difficult receive. Much better to get those balls on the full if you can. But not enough legs in the pass from Tonner. And that overhead looked okay, but it turns out that it was out of the field of play once it left the stick. Bollard, ball through to Cass. That's a good pass. Cass with a shot, and just shades the right post. There was, I thought that was on its way. Probably just didn't spin enough to curl in. So Sutherland just haven't recovered their ball control from the first half yet. They've turned a few balls over, just not holding the ball long enough to keep the pressure on Manly GNS. Nice ball through, but Archie Rainback stuck his stick out, but didn't do enough to pull the ball to ground. Taylor with the ball down the sideline, somehow beats both Cast and Neal. who were both there in the vicinity. Nice ball through. Jamie Waring the target. He's showing good pace there. Tonner doing a good job as well to stay in the contest. And in the end, ball off Tonner's stick over the back line, but good contest there between those two. Ball into the centre, and Deloro on it. And good tackling there by Taylor. Got down low, kept his stick close to the ground. Cast, good receive. Taylor trying to get the ball to McCowan, but in the end has to go back to Tonner. He finds Turner, but he doesn't receive well. Taylor. Yeah, he'll get the third man obstruction there. So Sutherland need to clean up their trapping here. Their receiving has seen too many balls deflecting off the stick. It's amazing how much of the game comes down to being able to do just the little basics right, the well-directed pass and the good receive. So there's two of them, and that's made a difference. Khan now with the ball. Good elimination by Khan. But number 39 comes again and takes the ball off him. Cast. Good receive, good elimination. Going infield, running the angle. Beats three, but Jamie Waring, the fourth, wasn't going to be beaten. And he was able to lay the tackle on. Free it to Sutherland, however, just outside the D. Taylor. Finds Khan. Good ball into Olsen. Back to Turner. And he goes wide to McCowan. He's got Mavji up high, but opts to go back to Tonner. This is better possession from Sutherland. And just as I say that, Manly GNS win a turnover and are able to send the ball down the other end of the pitch. Archie Rainback with the ball in, and Isaiah Vassallo makes the save but doesn't clear the ball, and another goal on the board. Just looking to see the goal scorer there for Manly GNS. I think it was Harry Tanswell. In any case, definitely the goal is on the board for Manly GNS. There was a little bit of discussion between the umpires there after some concern from the Sutherland defence, but the goal stands. And Manly GNS get one back. 4-2 is still a pretty convincing margin, but one more and it's not comfortable at all. So Sutherland will be disappointed conceding that goal, but it has to be said they haven't played with the same conviction and the same control in this quarter that they showed in the previous quarter. So Manly GNS took their opportunity, put one in the back of the net. See if that urges Sutherland into a bit more energy. McCowan needs to find an outlet, finds Turner. He gets the ball to Fuller. That was a good receive by him. McCowan with the ball into the D, but Manly GNS come away. There's some good pressure by Sutherland there and some good tight passing. Got the ball into the D, but were not able to set up for a shot. Olsen now doing the running, putting the pressure on. Jamie Waring down the left sends a beautiful ball across the top of the D. Acres of open space, unfortunately for Manly GNS. No right side striker able to get up. Bollard. Finn O'Connor with the stick check. Bryn Fuller brought that ball to ground to Olsen's advantage. And really good tackle there. I think that might have been Charlie Rainback. Turner goes to Fuller. Between McCowan and Marv G, they able to stop that attack. Tonner now comes back down the left with Bollard and Takan. And the final pass not trapped there. So another turnover. So 5 minutes remaining in this quarter. Tonner gets his stick to it, but not controlling. Tom Carter puts him under pressure. But Tonner able to get out of it. Taylor, Bollard finds the ball, a bit of a blind pass there and didn't get to a blue stick. But Manly GNS do know better. Ball off their stick over the sideline. That's a penetrating ball across the field, threw it into space. But in the end, Manly GNS couldn't take advantage. Bollard through to Neil. Good position by him. Past Robbie Campbell with the ball in field, but he lifts it in making the reverse side pass. Probably looking for Jaden Mayer on the right. Robbie Campbell comes out through Josh Botha. But Khan now. Bollard gets the circle and not able to control. Some fancy footwork, but didn't keep the ball in control. Tom Carter not able to get up to that one. It was a good overhead through the centre. Got past the Sutherland last line of defence, but Carter not able to take advantage. Jaden Mayer. Good intensity from him down the right side. Whilst he lost the ball, he was able to put enough pressure on to force the turnover. Bryn Fuller looking forward to cast, and umpire finds a deliberate infringement there. I think it might have been a unruly foot. And so another penalty corner to Sutherland. Just on 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Two batteries for Sutherland, Cast on the left and Mayer on the right. Cast has had good success, certainly with his first corner. Second one wasn't too bad. And it comes to Cast again. Lays it left to McCowan, and that's really well constructed. Aidan Taylor was in there with the deflection, so everything worked right, and I think it found it at defender's foot right on the line. So goalkeeper was beaten, and I think it was just Ben Andaloro's foot in behind. So Bryn Fuller comes up. Already got one from the spot. Let's see if he can get a second. Really well executed corner there from Sutherland. So Fuller somehow certainly didn't execute that one well. Completely missed his strike. By having a chat to the Manly GNS players here. I'm not quite sure what that's about, but he is pointing to the spot. I think it's a case of last warning. So no further action, so I think it was very much Stern talking to and a last warning. Good receive by Taylor there. Up to the overhead on the full. Bollard through to Khan. So Sutherland finished that quarter well with a good penalty corner and then a chance to get an extra goal, which they missed, but they certainly finished the quarter better than they'd played most of it. They go in to the break with a 4-2 lead. We'll be back in a minute with the final quarter. So we're back for the final quarter. Sutherland with the 4-2 lead. I'm keen to add to this in the final quarter. Had a chance at the end of that third quarter with a penalty corner leading to a penalty stroke, but unfortunately not able to convert. So still have a good two goal advantage. However, it's Manly GNS that start this quarter with the momentum. Tom Carter on the ball. And a vital mistrap there right at the top of the D. Sees a turnover and a chance for Sutherland to counter-attack. Jaden Mayer just missing that ball from Olsen. Robbie Campbell, and chips that one into the D. So turnover of possession there just outside the D for Sutherland, which they'll appreciate. Turner. Tonner. Neil finds McCowan, and he in turn finds Finn O'Connor's foot. So Ballard, good poke by him, and now McCowan comes away. Finds Turner in front. Taylor. So Sutherland start to lift the possession count here. It's always pretty important to setting up an opportunity. And Oliver Bollard maybe just going one too many defenders too many. Manly GNS working it away, but only as far as McCowan. Cast. Back to Mavji. Got Mayer in front. He wins it back. And umpire, the player was inside the 5, which he was aware. He backtracked and thought he'd done enough to get out of the way. Umpire said no. You didn't get out of the line of the player and played at the ball, so penalty corner. So another chance for Sutherland. See if they can put one of these away. See if they've got another variation in their kit bag. Got a feeling that Cast is setting himself for another shot. Comes to him and he makes the shot, and down to Schreiber-Pitter's left foot. He stretches his leg, but just enough to put the ball into the top of the net. So Cast with another good strike to the goalkeeper's left. The outstretched pad only manages to deflect the ball high into the net. And Cast with his second goal from the penalty corner spot. And Sutherland recover that 3-goal advantage, now leading 5-2. That's a good pass through to Neil. Sutherland being a little bit more patient with the ball, and it's paying dividends. Mavji now with the ball. Just loses out going into the D. Wade McGregor brings it away. That was a That was a better construction of an attack from Sutherland. They just took their pace off a fraction and made a little bit more sure of their passes. And that made all the difference. Tonner now to Taylor. Goes to Bryn Fuller out wide. Going into that left pocket. Tom Carter able to defend. Turner. A bit of a swing there. That might have been from Neil. GNS get the ball away. Robbie Campbell. He'll look for the overhead. Short overhead down the line. Number 55 the target. But Taylor collects it, makes the pass to Neil, but he was not able to control. Ball over the sideline. And Manly GNS get another opportunity. Lovely ball through to Jamie Waring. He's got Margie in front, and he makes a good tackle. Drops the ball in field to Khan. Cross to Turner. He's got Fuller out wide. Sends it to him. And Fuller a bit ambitious with that pass. Didn't get enough pace on it into Khan, and it was able to be intercepted by Charlie Rainback. Robbie Campbell again. Another overhead. Short overhead. Out to number 55, and same result. Ball over the sideline this time, but not received. It's amazing the number of overheads that result in a turnover of possession. It is a difficult skill, and one that needs to be practiced a lot, the receive, the overhead. Turner through to Neil. Doesn't trap first time, but able to recover. Back to Tonner. Back to Neil. They're trying to get it out of this pocket here. Neil goes in field, finds Olsen, but ball up off his stick into his body. And Manly GNS come away. Taylor gets a stick on that, which means it will be a Manly GNS ball from the 25. Tom Carter on it. Goes inside McCowan. And Tonner puts the tackle on. Ball lands on McCowan's foot just outside the D. Finn O'Connor. And was that I think that might have been a blue stick into the goal inside the D. Manly GNS appealing. And the umpires have decided that was off a Manly GNS striker. I can't tell you which one it was. But Manly have the score on the board, 5-3. Sohan Mavji with the ball out there wide. Tonner and Taylor out wide. Players mark, so he goes back in field. Tonner watching the leads. In the end goes to Mavji out wide. And he plays it onto the foot. Should have the penalty, gets it now. Back to Mavji, but the pass not beating the defender. Rainback stayed in the play. Good ball through to 1-2-3. Tonner shadowing. Good defensive work by McCowan there. Now to Khan. Olsen in field, but had two players attending him. So GNS applying some pressure here, trying to get another goal on the board and make this game competitive. Neil takes the certain option back to Tonner. Mavji back into Tonner again. Sutherland need to keep moving this ball and keep it on the blue stick. Taylor to Neil, unattended. He's got Fuller to his right, sends the ball through to him. Nice pass. Fuller on his back stick and really well executed down the bottom left for Schreiber-Pitters. Couldn't get to that one. So some good passing there. Good little lead at the top of the D from Fuller. Receives the ball from Neil, takes it to his left, and then the Tommer, expertly placed to the right post, beats Schreiber-Pitters. So Sutherland with their advantage, and we're up to 6-3, so 9 goals in this game. A true goal-scoring feast. Both teams still working hard at it. Good tackle there from Taylor, wins the penalty. Bryn Fuller, some good stick work out to the right there. But there were too many Manly GNS players in front. Taylor now working on that one. McCowan and Bollard combine. Ball now with Fuller. Sorry, that was Jaden Mayer. Tonner. Bollard. Looking infield to find McCowan, but the passing line was blocked. Campbell with the overhead through, but doesn't get past Tonner this time. And he is able to bring it back. Bollard, good ball through there to Olsen. He's chasing this one down, but just won't reach the back line. Jamie Waring tucks that ball through nicely, but then Taylor on the end of the pass. So another turnover. Jaden Mayer just didn't receive that one well. Tonner will chase that down, so into the final 3 minutes. So Sutherland with a commanding lead here at 6-3. They won't want to do anything to lessen that lead. First priority. Manly GNS are looking to some longer balls. That one, Tanswell was the target. Trying to find a free striker. Tonner, good ball through. Jaden Mayer with a lead to the right. Good position, but not able to reel it in. McCowan. Nice little pass. Bollard, good receive this time. And Calm with the side from the sideline. Bryn Fuller. Poked from behind by Waring. Khan with a good stick in there, but Waring still with the ball. Bollard, good turnover from Bollard, and even better pass inside to Olsen. Turner this time, he gets it. Strike in field, but Schreiber Pitters had the line covered. Inside the last minute now. Carter with the ball out wide, Waring. Can't hold him up. Good tackle. Ball over the sideline. That's an overhead into the D, which Taylor deals with. And Rusalo kicks that one clear of the D, but lifts it in doing so. So with less than 10 seconds to go, Manly GNS win themselves a penalty corner for the final play of the game. Well, Sutherland will just be keen to keep this one out. It's been on the whole, a fairly convincing display from Sutherland. They've maintained a work rate through the game, which has earned them their win. At times, their passing accuracy and receiving fell away, but they've done enough. Robbie Campbell with the ball there. Manly GNS get the shot, but wide of the goal, so we finish at 6-3. Sutherland's goal scorers, Darcy Cass 2, Bryn Fuller 2, Isaac Olsen 1, and Adam Khan 1. And Deloro, Tanswell, and a mystery player, the 3 for Manly, Gordon, North Sydney. So 6-3 win to Sutherland, which will keep them at 7th position at this point in time, with 1 round to go for the 2025 season next week. Next week's games are against Ryde, so we hope you'll be able to join us then. We'll be on with another live stream next week. However, in 10 minutes we've got the PL1 game, so we hope you can hang around for that. So welcome to Tradies Hockey Park at Sylvania for our PL1 game this afternoon. Sutherland versus Manly Gordon North Sydney. Round 17 of the PL1 competition for 2025. So just this week and next week to go before the finals start. Finals will be very much a factor in the minds of the Sutherland team and coaches as they prepare. They're currently sitting 5th on the table and definitely looking forward to a finals campaign this year. Sutherland have 7 wins, 3 draws and 4 losses for the season. They're playing Manly Gordon or Sydney, who are sitting on 10th on the table, so just the 2 games to go for them for this year. A really interesting factor in this encounter is that when the 2 teams last met earlier in the year, it was a 1-1 draw between the 2 teams. So Sutherland need to do a little better this afternoon. They will expect to do better, and they will need to do better to give themselves the right momentum into the finals. So if we look at positions on the table, they're just been up on the screen. So Sutherland have Manly, Gordon or Sydney this week. Next week's game is against Ryde, who sit 1 position above them on the table. And I want to build momentum out of this game into what will be a very tough encounter next week against Ryde. We just have a look at the team lists for, we got up first. So for GNS, so you can see the team list there. Rory Morris in 1, Sam Hobson 2, Nick Johnson 4, Ben Morrison in 8, Robbie Muir in 10, Matt Gregory 11, Billy Milne in 13, Archie Rainbank in 35, Finn O'Connor 36, Lucas Overhoff in 63, Xavier Dan Swan in 77, Wade McGregor at 111, and Kurt Ward in 119. So for Sutherland, their team list coming up: Daniel Bryant in goals, Shane Smith, Mitch Ray 2 and 3 at the back, and Angus Callanan in number 4. In the last week has been announced in the New South Wales Pride squad, the senior men's squad for the Australian Hockey League later this year. So first selection for Angus in that squad. Congratulations to him. Zach Keelan in 5, George Mitchell 7, Hayden Neal 8, Kieran Gubbers in 9, Matt Bennett in 11, Justin Murray 14, Henry Jones 15, Blake and Anders 16, Riley Nyland 18, and Lewis Olsen 260, and Wade Tonner backing up from seconds in 350. So just the story for Sutherland here has been not enough goals this year. So Riley Nyland is leading goal scorer on 8, and Hayden Neal and Matthew Bennett with 5 goals. Not quite the goal scoring tally they've had in recent seasons, so that's probably why they're down in 5th spot on the table rather than a little bit higher. And the defence typically has been fairly solid, but they need to get some more goals on the board. So today's a chance to do that, see what sort of combination they can put together, get some more in the net. And that will include from the penalty corner. Their penalty corner set play has not yielded a lot of results this year. It'll be interesting to see how they work that today. So team's just about ready. Sutherland running left to right on your screen. And the conditions are good, nice and bright. Plenty of sunshine. Start of the last game, it looked like rain was a possibility. Certainly conditions have cleared up since then. Rory Morris with the ball out wide. This is good early possession and attack from Manly GNS. Gubbers on hand to make that tackle. Bit of hit and hope in that one. No danger of that hitting a Manly GNS stick inside the D. Hernandez finds Murray. Back to Hernandez and to Ray. So Manly GNS holding their press around the half line. Hernandez and Ray working it up the field. Nyland was the target there. Didn't make the trap, so Manly GNS regained possession. Rory Morris wide again. Goes right back to the halfway. Hobson. Govers comes out of the line just to put some pressure on up front. Bennett's up. Sutherland trying to force a turnover here, and that attacking pressure achieved a result. First forced an error in the pass, and Sutherland win the ball back deep in defence. Mitchell looking for Callanan, leading wide. Ray. Smith goes back to Hernandez and back out right to Ray. Manly GNS trying to hold the centre, block up the lines through the centre. So the gaps will be out wide. Govers sends the ball to Bennett. Neat little pass out to Mitchell. He's got Govers back inside. Bennett's on the back line. And just a faintest of edges there from the Manly GNS. I think it was number 8, Ben Morrison, sees the ball over the back line. Smith out wide, didn't control that ball. Get out in front from Hernandez. So GNS with the ball deep inside their 25. Sutherland pressing high here, not allowing any easy passes out of the 25. Sutherland doing their best to try and force that turnover up high. Nyland and Bennett now covering the ball out wide. Dan Swan with the ball there into Gregory, and he looks wide to Morris. Ray. So Sutherland able to bring the ball up to the halfway unopposed. Govers with the long ball through. That's really well directed overhead. Ball fell right on Olsen's stick. Lewis Olsen not able to bring it to ground, but he got in behind the last line. Big opportunity there. Manly GNS working that ball down the right sideline. Need to get it out of that space. They've done that now. Come to the open side. Billy Milne with the ball out on the left. Angus Callanan working back. Makes the tackle, but umpire says a stick check in the process. Hobson. Milne goes high. That's a good switch. Johnston back to Hobson. So Sutherland good mobility in their midfield and their defence. They're keeping that ball out to the perimeter, not allowing it to get in behind them. And Bryant makes his first save. Fairly comfortable on his right side there. But quick shot from GNS. Ball into the D. Foot, the umpire's called a foot, early foot in the D. I think there was a little communication there between the two umpires, signalling. So Manly GNS with their first penalty corner.
There was like more Southo people around you. It wasn't even a Manly person.
I've got two batteries. Interesting, no one to the right of the battery, which is unusual. But there are two batteries. Comes to the left. Nick Johnson with the strike, but first runner Hernandez gets to it. Keelan looking wide left for Bennett. The thought was good, but the covering Manly GNS defence cut it out. That ball off Ray's stick over the back line. And GNS had the opportunity to come again, but pass from Xavier Danswan not really accurate enough. Gubbers looking for a long overhead, needed about another 15 yards in that one to get to Neil. Henry Jones all over his legs there. Jones with the ball, and this one in front of Keelan. I think Jones has just got on the pitch, so he's just finding his touch. Rory Morris with some good work up front there, but couldn't find a supporting player. That's a good pass infield from Jones. Finds Murray. Hernandez. Bennett! He had Neil in his target. The pass was accurate, but the Manly GNS defender was in the way. Just cut that one out. That was some good quick passing by Sutherland down that left side. Almost resulted in an opportunity. It's the last pass not getting through. Johnson. Danswan. Picked off by Murray and a really good pass through to Neil. No angle, but has the goalkeeper committed, and a really deft little lift from Hayden Neil. Goalkeeper goes down low, anticipating the strike. Neil looks up, sees that, and then just chips the ball over the top into the top of the net. Really good strike from Hayden Neil. Gives him his 6th goal of the season. And Sutherland get their first on the board. Neil was set up by a really good pass from Justin Murray in that one. Good counter attack. So Manly GNS holding their press at the halfway, not getting drawn forward. What they're trying to do is keep Sutherland out of the out of that centre line, forcing them to go wide. Ray does that. Found Hernandez, but the pass didn't beat the defender. Archie Rainback was able to get to it. And this time Sam Hobson intercepts. Murray was looking right, hoping to find a right defender. But, Hernandez is a lot deeper. Shane Smith with the ball through to Callanan. Good pass through, finds Hayden Neal. And he was picked off there in defence. Good work by Manly GNS. Rory Morris on the ball now. You want to maintain possession in that very tight angle. And in fact, loses out. Ball over the sideline. Sutherland get it. Now with Ray, goes quickly wide, looking for Jones, but that was picked off. And Manly GNS look to counter-attack. Hernandez with the overhead, has Neal down the sideline. Ball falls really well for him. Inside to Nyland. Quick shot. But this time Nick Sharp was that well positioned. Didn't go to ground, and Nyland had some great success from that shot a couple of weeks ago. This time he was denied. Neal again. Finn O'Connor with that good receive in the centre. Almost lost it, but recovered. Nyland, good harassment by Nyland there in the centre. Wins the turnover. And now Govers will just reset. Goes back to Smith. So Sutherland trying to bring the ball forward to the halfway and make their attack from there. Govers with the ball through, finds Neal. But he's received, just allows the ball to pop off his stick. Picked up now, Hernandez. But off his foot. And Manly GNS come away. Ben Morrison there, the target, but ball up off his stick into Smith's body, hence the free hit. So Smith sends it to the open side, finds Mitchell. Comes back through Ray, then Smith. He wants to get the ball to Hernandez. Does so. Hernandez doesn't do enough with that. Had a little time there, tried to do the quick deflection. And Manly GNS have it from the sideline. Gregory, but Smith able to intercept. Scott Hernandez down the sideline. Keelan, back to Hernandez, infield to Govers. He'll go to the open side, finds Mitchell, and then Murray. Good possession here by Murray. Henry Jones just misses on that receive. Mitchell does a good job recovering there. Now Murray with it, carries the ball in the D, finds Bennett! And unmarked, just outside the penalty spot. Well, the odds on Bennett from that position are pretty good, and he didn't disappoint. So just lifts that ball into the right post, and Sutherland have their second on the ball, and Bennett lifts his season tally to 6 goals. So 2-0 to Sutherland in the final 2 minutes of this first quarter. Sutherland working hard to put pressure on the deep defence for Manly GNS, trying to give them no time to make their pass. Force the turnover, and that's been successful on this occasion. Henry Jones bringing it forward. He's got Murray in field, needs to find him. Does so now. Murray will look left to Govers, he's in space. And goes beautiful pass out to Nyland. Lets it run through to Bennett. He's got Jones in field, but that pass in behind Jones. So Sutherland lose the opportunity there. Great pass from Govers through to Nyland there. That was the defence splitting pass. So with a couple of seconds to go, that'll be the end of the first quarter. So Sutherland going at the break, 2-0 lead. And we'll be back in a minute with the second quarter. So teams back on the pitch for the second quarter. Sutherland with a 2-0 advantage. Hayden Neal and Matthew Bennett goal scorers in the first quarter. Some good momentum from both teams through that first quarter. Manly GNS certainly had some good possession. Worked the ball well down particularly the right-hand side. Didn't get a lot of activity or opportunity inside the D. Right, he's got Callanan leading wide to the left, and Callanan receives it well to Lewis Olsen, and Olsen trying a little 3D skill there. In the end, didn't control it, and the ball over the back line. That ball off Sutherland, so Manly GNS from the sideline. Good strength on the ball there from Lucas Oberhoff, but it was 1-on-3, which has sort of been the story here for the Manly GNS attackers. They do find themselves up against 1, 2 and then 3 Sutherland defenders. Sam Hobson with that ball through. Just results in a possession for Sutherland from the 16. Govers finds Murray infield. Good change of direction there. Callanan with the longer ball through. We had Neil in his sights, but Hobson got in the way. Callanan from the sideline. Got Gregory in front. And Manly GNS doing well there. They've got the ball on their stick now. Ball from the sideline. Looking to get it out of here, but Sutherland pressing high. There's no free player to pass to. Matt Bennett with a good defensive work through the centre there. He's got the ball and it's a little obstruction. I think the umpire said that was shielding the ball. Or maybe it was just ball over the sideline. No, it is a free hit. Hobson chased by Neil. He'll have to go all the way back. Dan Swan received that ball, so Manly GNS just taking a little more time in this quarter, taking the free hit when it's there. Hobson with that ball through. Two strikers in behind Ray, but he did the right thing and brought the ball to ground. Murray and Lewis Olsen combining there. Murray. That's neat skills from Murray. Hobson, Dan Swan. This is good combination down the left-hand side. Morris with the ball now. Govers in front of him. Smith and Govers work together. That's good defensive work, and they've won the ball back. So Smith did well there, came in from behind. Between him and Govers, they won that vital possession. Callanan finds Olsen, and his pass into space. Nowhere near a blue shirt. Hernandez, Mitchell. That's a good ball from Hernandez into Govers, and he looks for the long overhead. He's got Keelan. And Nick Sharp gets to that one, goes down, but the ball was bouncing. He was able to get his pad onto it and clear it away. Well-timed overhead from Govers there. Got in behind the last line of defence and found Keelan in space. Now Henry Jones on the ball. Good little jink into the D, but I think that was Robbie Muir that had the last touch and got the ball away for Manly GNS. Back to Govers. Goes wide to Hernandez. He has Mitchell down the sideline. Good receive. But the pass infield not successful. So a few changeovers of possession there. But Manly GNS have it to come forward. Manly's ball just outside the 25. That ball wide. There literally was no one for Manly GNS in that quarter of the field. So maybe an apparition. Sutherland get to come forward again. Manly GNS holding in the centre. And Morrison with the ball in the middle. Lucas Overhoff tried to carry it forward now with Keelan. Drops it for Govers. Henry Jones had that ball on his stick, but I'm not quite sure what the umpire was blowing. The ball was elevated, but it was certainly not out of control. That ball just out of Nyland's reach. Hobson. Hobson's got space in front. Eventually, Jones comes at him. Now with Keelan. And he wins the penalty. Callanan in the centre. He'll just roll it out to Mitchell. And back in the centre from him. Through to Callanan, just outside the halfway line. Sends it wide to Tonner down the sideline, looking for Jones. But Xavier Danswan gets in the way. Ryan Smith moving the ball across the centre, out to Tonner. He'll find Callanan in the centre. Just a little fumble on the receive, meant he had to roll it back. Murray, ball through to Callanan. That was a nice pass. Hobson. Mitchell gets in front of Morris, but not able to control. Morris sends it long. Morrison running across. Got the ball with Smith in hot pursuit. That's good work by Smith. He gets his stick in and just pokes it away. Just enough for Murray to get onto it. Murray playing with a lot of confidence through the centre. Now Tonner. Smith looks right to Ray, and he's got Mitchell out wide. Bennett leading out high. Ball goes to him. He's got two in front. Pokes it in, finds Neal. Not quite sure how that got to him. But and then Neal sent it to the top of the D, but no one there. Smith. Just on 6 minutes to go in this quarter. Sutherland still with the 2-0 lead. Murray. So Sutherland trying to hold the ball in the centre as much as possible. Gives them two ways to pass. Now is Jones. Well, he had Mitchell out wide and the intent was there, but just didn't look well enough. And sent the ball straight to the Manly GNS stick. Murray in the centre. No one on him, so able to receive without the pressure. This time Callanan. Murray and Callanan rotating through that centre position. Smith. Well, tried the dummy feint and then slide it left.
Brilliant, Shona. Good recovery.
In the end, Smith got back and was able to pinch the ball off Morrison. Now it's with Olsen out wide on the left. Callanan leads in. Jones to the right. And the ball perilously close. That was a really good ball across from Olsen. He held and held and held, waiting for Jones to make that lead. In the end, the pass, which needed to be millimetre perfect, wasn't quite there. A touch finder. So Smith with the ball from the 16. Manly are not going to be tempted. They're holding at the halfway line, not coming forward. The idea being they don't want to create a gap in behind their striker line. They keep nice and congested in that centre. Jones, this time he gets the pass to the right, the first time pass, but it was elevated and well in front of Mitchell. So 2 attempts, 2 misses, maybe the third time. Billy Milne sends that back, but plenty of pressure on that pass from Bennett and Olsen, and in the end it forced the error. Ball over the back line. Murray will take that, sends it wide to Mitchell. He's got Bennett in front. Gets the ball to him. Over the sideline, Sutherland restart. Bennett with the ball just inside the D. Difficult angle, needs to get an outcome and has. I think that was deliberate over the back line for the sweeping tackle from the Manly GNS defender. So that brings a penalty corner for Sutherland in just under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. So Sutherland's first penalty corner of the game. These are the opportunities they need to convert. Two batteries, Hernandez on the left, Lewis Olsen to the right. Comes to Hernandez. That ball's through. Got the deflection. I think Smith was leading in for that one. Got his stick under it, but didn't do enough to get it inside the left post. It's a good variation from Sutherland. Anything that changes the line of the ball on its way into the goal will create all sorts of problems for the defence. Johnson out to Hobson, under pressure from Neal, and now Jones. Jones picks it off. And he had Keelan inside, but between them was Lucas Overhoff, who made a really vital interception. Sutherland were odds on there, but Overhoff really did a good work in defence, holding his line between the two players. Manly not doing enough with that opportunity at the edge of the D. Another chance. That finds Gubba's feet outside, so Sutherland still holding the attack. Another block, but this one picked off by Ray, eventually inside the D. Smith gets his stick in, and now it falls with Keelan. He'll run it away, and with the clock ticking down, end of the second quarter. No goals that quarter. Sutherland at 2-0. We'll be back in 5 minutes with the second half.
Wing
So
sides and that range.
teams back on the
Wing
pitch. Shadows covering a good part of the pitch now, but better prospects than we had earlier in the afternoon. It didn't really look like there was going to be some rain with the amount of cloud around, but plenty of sunshine now. So Sutherland with the 2-goal advantage. They've taken some good opportunities they've had this afternoon. Turnover there. Morrison there gets the better of Govers just outside the D, or at least gets the penalty. Sutherland back in numbers, so Manly GNS forced to go all the way back to the halfway, trying to work it around and see if they can open up an opportunity down the other side. Manly GNS from the side. I think the players felt the umpire might have been unsided with that one. Overhoff there. Back to Hobson. He's got Robbie Muir out to his right. Smith trailed him. Ball off his foot though, so Hobson again. Muir. And Hernandez back doing the good cover defence. It had already struck Smith's feet. This is where Manly GNS need to retain possession, just be patient in to find that gap. Kurt Ward with the ball, and it must have been close to right on the edge of the D there. Dan Swan gets the ball away, and infield, Kurt Ward unmarked, just 2 yards from the back line. Real opportunity there, at least for a shot on goal, but he couldn't make the turn and get the shot away. A good patience there from Manly GNS in working that ball in. Angus Callanan working on this one. Wins the possession, but Lucas Overhoff does a really good job in blocking his pass.
No, he fell.
Johnson back to Hobson. He'll send it left to the sideline. And Wade McGregor, a little bit of a fumble out there. Allows Olsen to get possession. Murray leaves it for Mitchell. Ray. Hernandez and Smith unattended in front. And makes the pass through to Keelan. Just a missed trap there, which is unfortunate. Takes all the pressure off. And Sutherland start again from the halfway. Callanan cuts in field. It's past two now. Steve needs to make the pass. He's finding Nyland out wide. Nyland will try and work that ball along the back line. Gets the free hit just outside the D. He's got to travel 5 yards before he can come in. Nick Johnson trying to get that ball out. Oh, good win by Nyland there. Unfortunate there. Was a good tackle from him, coming in from behind. Hobson. Muir out wide. One times it through. Finds Dan Swan leading high. Now with Smith back to Gubbers. And back to Smith again. Keelan. Good receive this time. He's got the back line to work with. Olsen. And Manly GNS get the ball out. Nick Johnson now in possession. Robbie Muir. And another mistrap there on the baseline, this time from Lewis Olsen. Again, takes the pressure off. Hobson really drawing Nyland in there. In the end, with the smallest of margins, able to get the pass by him. Smith intercepts, finds Nyland at the top of the D. He's got Callanan to his right. Ball across. Murray was there. Now Olsen. I think the umpires are having a conferring there. There may have been maybe asking about a foot there. Ball's definitely in the back of the net. But they've found a penalty. I think there was a foot before Olsen's strike. Muir infield, but that's in front. Henry Jones picks it up. Immediately out to Callanan, through to Nyland. It's good combining. Now Nyland will just allows the defender in Hobson to have a second crack at it. Callanan's cover defence, gets it back to Tonner and then Jones. That ball through was not remotely close enough to Keelan. But Sutherland applying a fair bit of pressure on the GNS circle. Another turnover, this time by Callanan. Dan Swan, and he possibly lost sight of his lines there. Ball over the sideline. Now Tonner. Hernandez. He'll go right across to Ray. To Smith. And textbook pass down the sideline to Keelan. And it comes unstuck again. The ball was in the general vicinity of Gubbers, but not close enough. Gubbers goes wide to Tonner. He'll come back into Gubbers. And that ball was lifted under pressure from the GNS defender. So good pressure from Sutherland, but still not able to get another ball in the net. They need to convert this pressure into goals. Another turnover for Angus Callanan. Working that sideline under pressure from two, and he's cut in field, really good pressure. Gets the ball to Ray. Nice pass from Ray, finds Smith leading through into space, and he's come left to Jones, winds up with the cross ball. Delightful pass by Jones to Keelan on the right post.
Good save.
So we see that ball across, and there was Keelan on that right post, and the simplest of putaways, well executed. Some really good midfield cross passing there in the lead up through Smith and Jones. And Sutherland have their third goal on the board. Nick Johnson on the ball. Sends it wide. Ben Morrison with the ball on his stick there. Nice pass there by Matthew Bennett. Right across the field to Keelan. Now, unfortunately, wasn't able to get it down the sideline. Had to go back to Mitchell. But Sutherland retains the ball. Hernandez now coming forward with Tonner. Ball rolls off his stick and a turnover. Infield to Johnson. Murray does a good dive. Sorry, Jones picked that ball. Now is Murray. Ball off the Manly GNS foot just outside the D. So Johnson, Justin Murray with the ball. Now there's Tonner. Back to Hernandez. Come left to Smith. He's got Mitchell out wide. Callanan laid that ball into the centre, looking for Bennett leading back. He was able to make the shot, but under intense pressure, didn't get anything on it. That's a nice tackle coming forward by Smith. Got in front of his opponent and was able to knock it forward. Umpire, perhaps unsighted, didn't see that. Jones, good tackle by him. Carrying the ball, under control. This is where he's got to make his pass. Retains possession with the ball on the foot. So Murray on the ball. And no one paying attention. He gets his 5 yards, is able to get the ball across. Slightly elevated. I think that might have got the Manly GNS defender above the knee. Against the free hit. Robbie Muir, that was. Muir again, out wide, goes infield. And Lucas Overhoff with that pass across the field. That's a solid tackle from Mitch Ray there. There was definite stick got to the ball first, then there was shoulder contact after that. In the end, a free hit to Manly GNS. Overhoff again. Goes wide to Hobson. And his overhead doesn't get anything under it. Neither does Callanan with his attempt. And so Manly GNS with the ball back down the left sideline. Ray into Murray. Govers. Shapes for the overhead, but then carries, drops the ball to Murray. Govers, long crossfield overhead, looking for Bennett. Just a couple of extra yards too much on that one. Bennett was in the air receiving that over the back line. Matt Gregory receiving the ball from GNS. And Shane Smith with a good pick up there in the centre. Working the ball between himself and Govers. Now with Murray. That's a nice pass down the sideline. Finds Keelan. He looks left. Must have seen a shadow there running across the field. Well, certainly wasn't a player. So Govers with the ball, just outside the 25. Has Smith with him. Now with Nyland. Bennett. And got onto his favoured reverse side shot, but Billy Milne was close enough to be able to get his stick and feet in the way. So at the cost of a penalty corner, Sutherland get their second corner for the game. So 1.5 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Sutherland would like to pop this one in the net. They've been deliberate and controlled in their build-up through this quarter. Not quite the same pace as the first. Hernandez gets onto that one. But first runner, I think that might have been Sam Hobson, blocked that. So off his legs, another penalty corner. It's a heck of a job being first runner. Goes back to do it again. So this one they push wide. Good variation there. So Bennett made the trap and then bunted it wide. Hernandez's shot was blocked. And Bennett with the final strike, which went over, at least cleared the crossbar height, a little bit wide as well. Mitchell with that intercept. That's a good pass out of pressure play from Mitchell to Murray. He'll find Nyland. And so end of third quarter. Sutherland have the 3-0 lead with a goal in that quarter to Zach Keelan. One more quarter to come. Hope you can stay with us and see how this game pans out. So fourth quarter underway. Sutherland with a reasonably comfortable 3-0 advantage. Manly GNS certainly working to see, still working to get their first goal of the game, and they'll want to come away with some reward from their efforts today. George Mitchell. All in from Neil. Nyland with the shot. And up off the defender's stick, high in the circle. So good work from Neil there with the ball into the circle. Nyland was the one that eventually ended up with the shot. And a block, but a penalty corner outcome. So Hernandez left, Olsen right battery. You might see Olsen with this one. Comes to Olsen. Saved, and as that ball bobbled, Nick Sharp was able to get his glove up. He was lying prone on the pitch, but able to get his glove up and make a save of the bobbly ball. Again, Olsen. That's a well-struck initial save by Nick Sharp, but not cleared. And Lewis Olsen there with a follow-up. Sorry, that was Hayden Neal with the follow-up. Well struck corner in the first instance by Olsen. He really got onto that. Credit to Nick Sharp making a really good save low down, but he wasn't able to clear the ball, just fell in front of him. So it was there on a platter for Neil to put into the top of the net. Murray thought he had that one onto the foot, walked away expecting the umpire's whistle, which never came. Sometimes all the body language in the world won't get you the decision, even if it was off the foot. Govers with the ball away to Bennett. Well-placed ball into the centre to Keelan. He should have trapped that one, but in the end, mistrap was result in a turnover. Ball now falls to Murray, out to Bennett and Mitchell. That's a nice pass out from Govers. Finds Keelan out wide. He's got Olsen leading wide. And that ball managed to get through that ball from Keelan. Got in behind two GNS defenders, and maybe Bennett had the sun in his eyes, but he mistrapped and over the sideline. Govers. Smith. Govers, mistrap there. Lets Johnson in on it. Pops the ball through. Chance here. And, well, good cover by Daniel Bryan. He hasn't seen much of the ball today, but he did manage to get out high and block Kurt Ward from getting a clean shot on the goal. In the end, his shot went past the right post. Overhoff now. Hernandez trailing him. And Keelan got the ball onto a foot. And Sutherland win the possession on their 16. Ray finds Callanan. Rotates. And good ball through to Mitchell. Ball onto the foot there. Sutherland will keep their momentum. Callanan finds Bennett. Keelan. And the big right pad of Nick Sharp It was all between Keelan and the goal. So a good save by Sharp. He got close to Keelan, so cut down his angle. Stuck out that big right pad, but
Give it to Kizza.
another corner for Sutherland. So Sutherland's pressure paying dividends in this fourth quarter. They've already had a couple of corners, put a goal away. Lewis Olsen, having performed so well in the last penalty corner, is not there this time. I think he's having a rest, so one Kieran Govers has come up. Comes to Govers, and he gets some Ks on that one. He got some pace on that, and Nick Sharp got down low, stretched his right pad out to make the save. Umpire said Zach Keelan protecting the ball there with his stick. GNS coming forward. Matt Gregory on the ball, now under pressure from two, Olsen and Hernandez. Nick Johnson. Looks long, but Smith cuts that one out. Through Bennett and Jones. Now with Keelan. Sutherland come forward again. That's a nice pass into Olsen. He's got two in front. Finds Jones. No, Keelan. And well executed. A good receive and very quick shot from Keelan. That time, Sharp couldn't get close enough to cut down the angle. And Keelan expertly got that into the far corner. So his second goal of the game, and we're up to 5-0 now. We're missing a point on the board. Overhoff with the long ball through, but not well trapped. Pressure in the D. Bryant forced to make a save. Callanan and Nyland. Good possession by Manly GNS down that left side. Smith will pick up that overhead, and Manly GNS striker, not 5 yards. Smith got away with a pretty sloppy overhead there. It was fortunate. Mitchell makes sure of that pass back to Ray. Now with Smith out wide. Down the sideline, picks up Nyland. Sam Hobson with a good cut out there. Now with Overhoff again. Chopped on him by Mitchell, so it'll be a GNS hit from the midfield. Three strikers high, leading at all sorts of angles. And the mistrap from Matt Gregory is the end of that attack. Others into Jones. Oh, delightful little drag and jink there from Jones. The last one was just a little bit far as he was coming to the D. Didn't have that much space to work with to throw the longer jink. So Hobson now wide to Gregory. He's got three in front. And that one lifted into the D. Mitchell got onto it. Sends it over the back line, but perhaps an opportunity lost there. Good block there from Mitchell. Now Gubbers carries it to the sideline. And a great pass down the sideline. Finds Hayden Neal. Sharp comes at him. And right pad does the job again. Good save by Sharp. Good into passing up the right-hand side here. GNS, Gregory now with the ball. This is where they need to keep control of it. Good passing.
Great tackle, Bill.
But Billy Hernandez gets in the way. Olsen puts it in the centre to Jones under pressure, but he comes through. He's got Neal to his left. And with 3 to choose from, manages to break the line. Ball out to Keelan over the 25. Now with Gubbers, try again. Good ball in from Nyland, finds Olsen. Under pressure from Billy Milne. Ball's ejected from the circle. So Sutherland are getting their opportunities. Certainly Nick Sharp's been well in the game this last quarter. Henry Jones not able to get onto that, and Bryan again having to make a save. Gubbers, Bennett's looking long. Olsen, big spaces in the centre, now with Nyland. Just rolls it out to Olsen. That ball in from Nyland straight to Gregory. Smith. Hernandez and Cullinan out wide. Shapes to go into Gubbers, then accelerates to the right. Finds Olsen. And ball just not falling in the spot for a shot. And Cullinan given the green card on that opportunity, on that occasion. So Sutherland pressing high here. Neal and Bennett up. Gubbers in behind, trying to force a turnover in the 25. Jones wins the ball. That's good pressure from Sutherland. Gets the reward. Gubbers sends it deep to Jones. Just one to beat there in front. He's in the D now. Recovers the ball from Hobson. But right on the back line, Sharp manages to block it. Gubbers goes wide again, this time to Hernandez. He was looking for Neal leading out, but ball just not in his line. So Manly GNS just hanging on here. Sutherland piling on the pressure. Kurt Ward with the ball, just Shane Smith in front. Now assisted with kick by Keelan. And Matt Gregory has to go right back to the 25. They'll circulate the ball to the open side, see if they can find a better space there. Hobson with the ball through. In the end, that's well clear. Gubbers through to Jones. Just didn't control that. Manly pick it up. Kurt Ward again. Keeps the ball under control. Overhoff now. And tackle from Morris. Oh, great tackle there from Hernandez. Covered his legs with his stick. Now the ball falls through to Keelan. He's got Bennett in front and Nyland to the right. Goes with Nyland. And Manly GNS defence do a good job holding that out. Robbie Muir now and Nick Johnson trying to work it out of that bottom pocket. We're inside the final minute. Govers through Keelan to Callanan. Final roll of the dice here, you would think. Sutherland with the ball from the 25. Govers goes to Smith. And he'll put the slider into the centre. A deflection there off Neil's stick. Just bounces past the left post. And the players have decided that'll do for today. And with the final whistle, a 5-0 win for Sutherland. Goals to Hayden Neal, 2. 1 to Matthew Bennett and 2 to Zach Keelan. So good result for Sutherland. In the end, good control of the ball, set up many opportunities, particularly in that last quarter. Nick Sharp called on to make many saves for Sutherland. Saw some good performances through the midfield, particularly Justin Murray stood out today. His ball control in the centre was a delight to watch. And up front, well, Hayden Neal got a couple, Zach Keelan got a couple, so the strikers were at least in the race up front and put some goals on the board, which is what Sutherland needed out of today. So they'll go into next week's game against Ryde with some optimism, and we'll see how that goes. 4 versus 5, that should be a really interesting game to watch. I hope you can be with us. So Craig Turner on behalf of Luke Domro and the production team, we hope you enjoyed the afternoon and hope you're on the channel again when we're next online.